We would sit there sometimes for 2-3 weeks straight, and we would wait for a burglar to come and smash a window and steal a purse. So our job was to catch them in the act and arrest them before they took off so that we could stop this trend happening around the city. My name is Marcella Cava. I own and operate Down Low Investigations. Obviously, I'm a female and one of the very few female-owned and operated businesses. I have an amazing team of males and females. I originally was a law enforcement officer, and that it motivated me to open and own and operate my own private investigative firm named Down Low Investigations. And luckily, I have an amazing team of individuals that are all retired police officers, DEA agents, FBI agents from all over the country that work with me to accomplish our clients' goals. When I became a police officer, I loved the challenge. It was a very structured unit. I was working mainly as a tactical officer, meaning we were very proactive. So if there were a lot of burglaries going on at gyms, for instance, people love to leave their purses in the car because they're going to work out. So why bring them inside? So we would sit in unmarked units. There was a team of us, and we would sit there sometimes for 2-3 weeks straight, and we would wait for a burglar to come and smash a window and steal a purse. So our job was to catch them in the act and arrest them before they took off so that we could stop this trend happening around the city. So I also did a lot with narcotics and so forth, purchasing drugs, making connections, and those type of deals. We had to do several of them before we could make an arrest. It taught me how to build a rapport with people, blend in, and how to really get the job done. See everything from all aspects and facets, and like another big one was pulling garbage. You know, a lot of people got afraid to go pull garbage. Well, here it's legal once it's at the curb. So that was a big thing that I would always do when I was a police officer, and now it's something that I do as a private investigator when the case needs it. For instance, you know, if you take your garbage out on Monday night because trash pickup is on Tuesday, well, I usually come by at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when it's dark, and I will take all the bags from the garbage can. I will usually take it home or a secure spot and go through it. So if let's say I'm working on a custody case or trying to see if somebody's abusing narcotics, I look for paraphernalia in the garbage or a certain amount of booze if somebody's supposed to be sober and so forth. Owning and operating my own PI firm, not only the experience that I have makes us successful and our team successful, but I do have a lot of females on my firm, and obviously myself. And this allows us to get, I would say, a lot more accomplished. There's a lot of positives to having a man, and there are a lot of pluses to having a woman. And I would say in PI work, there is a plus. I can get into places a lot easier. I don't look like a cop. I can blend in. You know, if I'm walking around a neighborhood with a leash in my hand and pretending to supposedly lose my dog, it's a lot less threatening than if a man were walking in front of somebody's house with a leash in their hand. There's no day. Doing PI work, no day is ever the same. Again, that's why it's so enjoyable, and I'm still always learning about the law and so forth. So a lot of times it could be sitting behind the computer, using all of my programs to get information and do, let's say, deep dive backgrounds or dig into social media, try and find things that were deleted. A lot of times it's downloading phones for clients that maybe have deleted things, but they need to get old information for the lawyers or for a court case. Other times it's 12 hours sitting in the car doing, waiting for somebody to leave their house. And it could be at the 9th hour that they finally leave. And we're going to a restaurant, or, we're going to a concert, and I have to have 7 different changes of clothes in my car and be ready to pop out of the car, change while I'm driving, and interact or not interact and observe from a distance, or get close enough to hear a conversation or stay just far enough away. So every day is different. A lot of DUIs. I handle a lot of DUIs for criminal defense firms. Domestics are a big thing. In people being accused of burglaries, theft, robbery. Believe it or not, I actually handle a lot of homicides and so forth. As far as identifying myself as a PI, it's on a case-by-case basis. Look, as much as I would like to, I always love to be transparent and honest. But if I'm in a community where I know that certain people may dislike former police officers and so forth, I may say, hey, look, you know what? The victim's family, they hired me. I'm just a friend of the family. I'm really trying to find out who may have seen this accident and so forth. So it's just on a case-by-case basis. If I'm getting an official statement from somebody, obviously I have to identify myself because I need to get permission to record and so forth. So then I need to disclose that I'm a PI and so forth. I would always love to disclose that I'm a PI because, again, I just love transparency, but it just depends on what the goal is and whether or not it suits the goal. I think it's really important for a defense attorney to work closely with a PI because, again, we have access to different information, and we have programs that we're able to utilize to gather intel that they may or may not know. And so it's not only about helping the client, but it's also preparing them for what maybe opposing may have gathered so that they can best prepare themselves for court or what to ask or not ask in a deposition. I think the biggest thing I would like people to know about myself and my company is that when I'm called and asked, hey, can you do something for this case? I'm not smoke and mirrors. If I don't think that there's anything I can help you with, I don't like to bullshit you. I like to be, again, transparent, because if I don't make my clients happy, then I'm not going to be getting business. I don't advertise. I don't have a website. I'm word of mouth, right? So I think it's important that you ask a lot of questions when you're hiring a PI or myself, and or just listen to what the PI is saying. You may have a vision of what you want, but the PI maybe needs to go about it another way, or maybe we just can't help. I'd like to say we always can. But I think the biggest thing is just being transparent and asking a lot of questions. If you're in need of a private investigator and you're not working with an attorney, you're welcome to call me on my cell phone anytime, day or night. You can text me as well or email me. My email address is downlowinvestigations@yahoo.com. And I will either be the one to help and answer your questions, and we work all over the country, all over Florida. So it would either be myself working for you or somebody awesome from my team. I will put on your case.